Listen, 20 years in comedy is 20 years in comedy. Right. Something happens to you. Right. Something happens to you.
Like you said, you're either going to quit and fold or get angry. Because there's guys that we've been around, have been around as long as we have, that you see them on stage and they haven't progressed. I've seen guys that I go, he has the same fucking material from 20 years ago. I mean, from beginning to end. I mean, I'm not hurt anybody's feelings. Or, I'm going to see this guy probably tomorrow. But a couple of these guys, man, and I'll tease them. I'll see these comics, and I'm not
no, I don't have the heart to say something.
But
I don't have the heart to say nothing. I can't say nothing no more.
But have you seen it?
Friday night, I had a spot somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm not there 2 minutes.
Right.
I hear, yo. I look up. It's a comedian. I've known him for 15 years.
Yeah.
We used to do all the little Spanish rooms together.
Right.
Did I think he was funny? I thought he had potential. You look at these guys and you're like, that guy's
They all did.
That guy's going to be something.
Yeah.
And they have material that you laugh at, and they have material. You were right there with them, okay? So I have the right to say this, okay? When I'm right there with them in the trenches,
right,
and now I'm somewhere else, and they're completely still in the fucking trenches. You follow what I'm saying to you? And I see that they work now, but it's not like it used to. Yeah, now they're blaming it on things and shit. Yeah. So it was like, it pisses me off. Like, I get pissed off because at the end of the day, in the back of my mind, I'm a fucking loser. I could flip this in a way, and you couldn't fucking find a way to flip this fucking game for yourself. You're still hawking around. 2 minutes there. Hello, how are you? Wow. How can I get a guest set? Yeah. Okay? Absolutely not. You're not going to get up here. You're not going to get up because I'm working on an hour. And number two, guess what? The show's got people in. I worked hard all week on Twitter. You just want to go in there and blow that fucking room up. Right. And I told you the story. 5 or 6 years ago, he was on I hadn't seen him. I wasn't at the store anymore.
Right.
So he said he was on this international tour, killing it, promoting this motherfucker like himself, like he was his own publicist.
Right.
So somebody was doing a show one night, and they asked me to come on. I went up there, and there he is. And I go, you know what, bro? This guy was funny a couple of years ago. Let me watch this guy. Let me see what happens if he's really getting it.
Right.
He had a couple jokes, but he had one joke, dog, that used to kill me.
Right.
It was about fucking killing animals or something. It used to fucking kill me. And it was one of those, he's one of those comedians that tells you the joke, but he rides it.
Right.
He rides the joke out for 6 or 7 minutes to the point where normal people are like, when's this guy going to get the fuck off the stage?
Right.
I'm sitting there enjoying him for like 2 minutes, and all of a sudden he rips into that joke. No, it's 2008. He was doing that joke in 97.
Right.
98, he was doing that joke. I looked at him.
That's why comics kill themselves, bro. Because
I walked out of the fucking room. I'm like, you're doing the same joke from 10 fucking years ago.
It's like, think about Lee. You're in a band, and every time you're on stage, you're playing the same song. It's the same thing,
Well, they must like it, or they have to deal with it.
No, it's laziness, bro.
It's laziness.
It's laziness. It comes down to being lazy.
Well, no, I remember more with the band, but with comedians.
I don't think people pay a comic to see the same joke over and over again. I know after the second time I see the joke, I'm done. That's why I hate doing comedy on TV, because how many takes they do and they all giggle like it's funny. Stop. You're embarrassing me. You're making me fucking feel bad. Nothing's this funny. On the 8th take, they're still like, ah! Stop. Don't make me fucking punch in the fucking ear.
It's,
What are you reading, Lee? You got notes?
I think so.
You do got notes? Look at Lee. Fucking work. See what I'm saying? He comes prepared and shit.
Okay. So here's... So for people who don't know, I've been trying every Tuesday night. I do like 3 or 4 minutes of comedy.
Oh, you begin on stage, Lee?
A little, once a week. But I don't think I want to do it as a profession. But it's been fun. But
were you fearful at first, Lee? I mean, you went from when we first started the podcast. He came in one morning stuttering, sweating. His face was red. I got him high, and he goes, "Listen, when you do this podcast, I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to talk."
Right.
And, you can only talk so much by yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I would ask him fucking creepy questions, and he would turn red and look at me in his face. Like he was fucking he would
Like you
sleep.
molested him.
Yeah, he would work all night, and then he would work till 5 and then come to my house at 6. So he'd be tired. So I would notice that when I go, Lee, what do you think of the Yankees? And he would just look at me like, what? And then all of a sudden, it just clicked. I made him go on stage or something. We did a live podcast, and the transition was easy. I knew it was going to be hard.
You pushed him? You pushing him?
No, I knew he was the type of guy that if he thought about it, he would have a nervous breakdown.
Right.
So I just got him sizzled. I just got him high than fuck. No alcohol, higher than fuck. He got like a little nervous breakdown for about a minute, and then he snapped out of it because the marijuana saved him.
Right.
And I did a live podcast with him, and from day one, he took to them. So there's people that, they did a survey years ago, right?
Right.
And the biggest fear is not dying, is fear of speaking in public.
Yeah, that's
They
number
did a-
one.
number
Number one fear.
one
Yeah.
fear.
Number one fear.
And to a guy like me, dog, I sit there and go, are you fucking crazy? Like, to me, it came naturally. Like, in the 6th grade, I would get up on stage every Friday and lip sync My Eyes Adored You by Frankie Valli. So I was used to it. My mom had a bar, and she would make speeches, and my mom would ask me questions in front of people. So I didn't think nothing of it. When I heard that statistic, I almost died. But then I have 2 friends that they've even mentioned it to me when I come to the shows. If you even look at me, I will leave the show.
Yeah.
And then one time my friend's dad came and I go, Mr. Dealer, and this motherfucker shot out of there. And 2 days later, he goes, you can't do that to me. He goes, I had to take my heart medication in the car and everything.
Yeah.
That was me. I like before.
Yeah. So when I see you go up, I don't even get involved.
Do you have a set? Do you have a?
I have a couple things that I wrote down, but
Oh, I thought you had you recorded yourself. We were gonna hear.
no,
a
I
little,
don't want
a little bit of you on stage, bro.
I don't watch him. I listen to him, and
Right.
I don't push him.
Yeah.
I don't push him. But
Well, that's why you know what? When I was I helped some comics when I was coming up, and I truly believe that our friendships have been severed because when they were young comics, I used to push them, but I was a dick, bro. I wasn't that nice guy, I was raised, real hard ass. So I coached these guys like an asshole. We would go, I'd take them on the road with me, and then we'd get we'd go back to the hotel, and I'd say like, "The fuck was that? You sucked, man." And these guys would look like I didn't know how badly it hurt them. I thought I was doing them good. Do you know what I mean? But they did get better, bro. They got better, but I didn't know they're gonna hate me years later.
sensational.